guys, so in today's video I really want to break down for you guys the actual real life example of what kind of savings you could have for a Disney annual pass holder. So I'll start off by kind of reviewing the different discounts you could get. Then I will take you basically through a year of my life as a Disney Premier annual pass holder and break down the savings into different categories, because I spent a whole year recording everything I saved, no matter how small or how large the savings. I wrote it down. Alright, so let's get started. So there are lots of different pass options for both Disneyland and Disney World. I am not going to, in this video, break down all the differences in percentages and different perks. I am going to base this off of the Disney Premier Passport. If you're not familiar with this, it is currently the highest level of pass. It could get you into Disney, any of the parks or anything from Disney World or Disneyland 365 days a year, no blackouts, which is awesome. But it also comes with some different perks. So one of the perks for both parks is that Disney will sometimes release different special offers or discounts. So special discounts, a lot of times you'll see it like hotel discounts. There are also maybe like special events, like currently right now as I'm recording at Disneyland, there's like an Indiana Jones after hours event where you could go and you could ride the ride different for an hour after park closes and things like that. So both Disney World and Disneyland have different special events that you could do, and a lot of them are free, which is pretty cool. Also, parking is included, which can be a huge cost savings for well, for Disneyland. It could be a huge cost savings if you are a local like I am. We live probably around 15 to 20 minutes away from Disneyland. And then at Disney World, if you are choosing to stay off property and you are driving your own car, or even if you're staying on property but you have your own car or you're renting a car, parking is a huge saving. They also have special events for annual pass holders, kind of like I talked about before, but also there are special discount for events, like if you're talking about like in Disney World, a lot of the like extra hour where you could pay to stay in like Magic Kingdom for 3 hours after it closes, or for like Halloween parties or things like that. Usually there is a type of savings for annual pass holders. Also, there are annual pass holder only merchandise that are exclusive to annual pass holder. Also, there are frequently little freebies. A lot of times there'll be like magnets, and then Disney is starting to get into like different themed magnets. So we got like a Halloween theme one that says AP on it and stuff like that. So there are little things that you could get for free. Also, photo downloads, like if you're having PhotoPass photographer downloads. So in Disney World, you don't have to buy a memory maker because it already comes with your pass. Or for Disneyland, you'll get your free photo download along with MaxPass, which I love. I absolutely love MaxPass. It is a must for that one. Then you get dining discounts, which is great. At Disneyland, you get up to 15% off your dining, but Disney World, you could get up to 20%. But don't let that fool you for a little bit, because honestly, at Disneyland, you could get discounts almost every place. If it's considered like a meal and not necessarily just a snack, you could get up to 15% off, and that is huge. Disney World, there aren't as many options for, like, not all the restaurants, even if it's like meal restaurants, will give discounts. Sometimes the discounts are limited, meaning like it's only at lunchtime, or a lot of times it's 10% off. But there is 20% off, like at Joffrey's Coffee Carts. I know that is one of the ones that is 20% off. So I will say, if you're considering upgrading Disneyland for the dining, it's probably worth it because you could save a lot. Disney World, maybe look into a little bit more of the specifics. Merchandise. Oh, wait, before I move on to merchandise, one other thing is that at Disney World you can purchase, so it's even more money, Tables in Wonderland card, which is 20% off food and beverages, and if it's your thing, I'm pretty sure alcohol is included in that scheme of things, but it is an additional purchase that you have to make. I think it was around 100 or 125. But be sure to look into that if you are. I would say if you're a local to Disney World, that might be worth looking into, and if you like to eat a lot or like eat out at there a lot. Merchandise for both of them is up to 20% off, and that is huge. I love that discount. Like, the dining is really great, but the merchandise, I feel like that could add up really quickly when you're buying gifts for yourself or others. And then there are also different types of discounts. For example, like the Void, which is the virtual reality experience in, like, I think it's in Disney Springs and then Downtown Disney and Disneyland. You could get discounts off that. You could get a lot of discounts also in the food and merchandise in Downtown Disney and in Disney Springs. You could get some of that too. Tours, so like the different tours that Disney will put on, like the walk and Walt's Footsteps or different things. In general, you could get 15% off of the tours. And then you could also get, if you are a Run Disney person or fan, you could get early registration to do that. That's something I have not taken part of, but maybe one day soon I will. And then for the Disney World side, because they do have more offerings, you can get more discounts in things such as like golf that they have, their different fishing excursions, boating excursions, and so on. So there are a lot of different perks. Alright, so that's the generalization. Let's get into the specifics of how much I saved. So this, I renewed my Disneyland annual pass because we're Signature Plus annual pass holders. Oh, and this is based on 2 adults, my husband and I, so these are the numbers for 2 adults. We purchased our renewed our Disneyland Signature Plus annual pass holder at late December 2018, and then in January of 2019 we upgraded it, and we got in right before the price hike, so we got really lucky. We upgraded to the Premier Pass, which is the one that allows both of it, because we were taking a road trip from California to Florida, Disney World, and back, seeing the whole country. We did vlog it if you're interested in seeing those videos. And one of our main spots that we were going to do is we ended up driving from Disneyland to Disney World, and we spent around 8 days at Disney World. So let me break down, and that's the only trip we took using our Disney World annual passes. And I did make a separate video kind of comparing, would it make more sense to upgrade our pass or to get the like individual tickets, and we ended up still saving money by upgrading our pass, so that worked out well. Alright, so we spent 8 days. I'm not going to go over the savings in pricing because I don't think it was very exceptional. But a special event, we did one special event which was maybe one of the highlights of the whole trip. Was we had the after hours event at Magic Kingdom. The park was open, we got free ice cream, the crowds were so low, and it was phenomenal. Anytime I have an opportunity to do the extra hours at Magic Kingdom in the evening time especially, I will jump on that chance because it was awesome. So for the 2 of us, we ended up saving $60 for that event, which was really nice, and like I said, I would do it in a heartbeat. Now, parking. Because we were taking our own car, we would have had to pay for parking whether we were staying on site or off site, but we were staying off site to save us a bit of money. So the parking rate at that time for getting into the parks was $25 a day. So that means that our annual passes ended up saving $200 for parking. The idea of like spending so much on parking just gets me in my heart. You know, like that's crazy. That's so high. And then, like I said before, Memory Maker, which is an optional like inclusion of getting PhotoPass photos that you could download. That is something that was really important to us. It is optional, but we wanted it. That would have cost us $169, but it's something that was included in our pass, which was great. So that is another saving of $169. And then dining, like I said, dining is a little bit, it wasn't what we're used to. So in Disney World, or in Disneyland, I feel like we're a little bit spoiled with some really great discounts for dining. And we stayed there 8 days, and we ended up only saving $68.97. And we did like plenty of sit-down things. So I was a little bit surprised, but still, almost $70 is still nice. Merchandise, to be honest, we didn't spend a ton of money on merchandise because if you don't know, there is a outlet store, and then there's a store called Disney Character Warehouse that is pretty close to Disney World, and they have very, very, very discounted merchandise. And so we did a lot of our like souvenir shopping there to save even more money, but we do not get an annual pass for that, or annual pass discount for that. But that savings, the things that we did buy, we saved $31.44 on merchandise that we did purchase at Disney World. So those were all the things that we enjoyed, all the benefits that we enjoyed at Disney World for the discounts. Okay, so for all of the savings that we did for our 8-day trip to Disney World, the total saving was $529.41. But if you are thinking about if an annual pass might be worth it for you guys, and you are staying on property, taking out that $200 parking, it would be $329.41. So just as a reminder, once again, my husband and I, we did not spend a ton of money at all on merchandise. We did, I would say we did do dining and sit down things. And it's only the two of us. So if you have a family, and maybe if like one person in the family member upgrades to annual pass, I think that this could easily be something, if you crunch the numbers, that could work well to save you guys some money. Oh, and before we move on from our Disney World savings, one thing that I totally forgot that we love is at the park entrances, there's a special entrance for annual pass holders, like a special line for annual pass holders. Oh my gosh, I wish Disneyland had it, but I have a feeling there's a ton of Disneyland locals, so that would probably be the longest line of them all. Anyways, speaking of Disneyland, let's move on to our savings at Disneyland. So one thing is that I did estimate a few things here. I estimated specifically how many times we went to the park, because like I said, we are very, very close, and we go all of the time, typically for a short amount of time. So I estimated that we went once a week for the year that we had, and that is based off of, there would be times where we would go multiple times, especially because we had family come out during different times, or like for my parents would want to go for a couple times for birthdays or whatever. So there were like chunks where we went like day after day after day. And such like that. So I am estimating things such as parking based on going once a week, which actually might be a very conservative estimate for how much we go. Alright, so let's, but the numbers like dining and merchandise, I wrote down every single penny we saved for that. So those will be very accurate and to the T. Okay, so for this year, we actually did 2 special events. We did there was like a Marvel night at had Disney California Adventure, and then we also did Oogie Boogie Bash. So our savings for that ended up being $40 for that. Both events were really fun, and they moved Oogie Boogie Halloween Bash, sorry if I'm saying the name wrong, to California Adventure, and I was so pleasantly shocked and surprised at how like they did a really good job, especially that Redwood Creek trail that they have. So that was really fun. Parking, so this is going to seem outrageous, this number, but please remember we are basing this off of going theoretically 52 times a day, and parking is $25, and so it would be $1,300. Now, okay, I know, I don't think who's going to pay $1,300 in parking for Disney in a year? That is crazy, but it theoretically, if we went as many times as we did without a pass, that's how much money we would have spent. So PhotoPass, which I'm also going to connect to MaxPass. So in case you don't know, MaxPass is Disneyland's paid fast electronic on your phone fast pass system, and it also includes free photo downloads for the day. I think it is so amazing. So at this current price, or at this current date, the price is $20 a day, so that savings would be $1,040 because it's included with our pass. But when I was for most of last year, which is when we're talking about it, it was $15 a day, so it would have been $780 savings. Or if you have a lower pass, it is just $125 add-on to the total cost of your pass. So the Max Pass isn't necessarily like set in stone, but totally worth the money in my opinion. I love it. It's one of the best, even though it's a paid thing, it's one of the best additions I think Disney has brought to the park. I love that system. So dining, this is also something that has a little bit of caveat that I want to mention. My husband and I, starting the beginning of March of 2019, I believe it was March the 3rd was our official start, we started like trying to change our lifestyle and to be more healthy. I specifically to lose weight. He was doing low carb, I was doing Weight Watchers, and so one of the things that we really tried hard not to do is we really cut eating out, like not completely out of our life, but so far down. So honestly, for our dining discounts, I would consider this an abnormally low discount price that you're going to hear. So please take into consideration, a lot of times when we would go, we would try to go where we wouldn't have to have like, well, for sure we would rarely do a full day of eating, or we would just really try to like split things or just different things. So and treats, like we would very rarely get treats or things. So our dining was really low, and still we saved $207.38. I think the dining discount at Disneyland is incredible, and it is completely worth your time to crunch the numbers to look at what you and your family would have and see if it would work out, because I think it's great, especially because you could get your discount even if you're doing mobile ordering, which I just love it. I just love it. So merchandise discount. So Eric and I, obviously, if we're Disney annual pass holders, we're big Disney fans, and a lot of our family and friends are also Disney fans, and so many presents, not only for each other, but also for like family or whatever, did come from Disney. So our merchandise, we don't like, it includes presents for other people, okay? So we saved $280.61 on merchandise, and I think that's phenomenal. And that is like the up to 20% discount on merchandise. So our total savings, so let's say our total savings for the year, if you just want to look at dining and merchandise, so the things I like calculated very precisely, was $527.99, which that's like, That's a lot of money to save. Like that's awesome. And the total savings that we had just for the Disneyland portion was $2,867.99. Now, once again, those numbers, while they are like real numbers based off of actual Disney prices, I will give it to you that it might seem a little inflated with the parking and getting Max Pass every single time and stuff like that. But I'm not lying to you guys about the numbers. Those are the actual math and the actual numbers of what it would have cost to have the same exact experience without the discounts. So if you are still here and thinking about the Premier, I want to give you the number for the Premier discount, Premier Pass discount. So special events, we saved $100 on special events. Parking, we saved $1,500 on parking. Still crazy. Photos / Max Pass, I'm going to include Max Pass in this, is $1,209 once again. I feel like Max Pass kind of inflates it a little bit, but I'm just giving you the numbers. Dining savings total for the year, $276.35. I would consider that unbelievably conservative because of our lifestyle choices that we made throughout the year. And merchandise was $312.05, and I would say that that's probably fairly accurate. So our total savings for using our passes was $3,397.40 for a year. That's a lot of savings. Granted, I know that it's like, of course we're spending money to save money, but isn't that crazy? And one thing that I did want to kind of like point out, that currently right now the Signature annual pass for Disneyland, Signature Plus, for 2 people would be $2,898. But our savings are on just our Disneyland portion, based on last year when we were really trying to be healthy and strict, $2,867.99. That's so close. It's like, it's basically a $30 difference. $30 to like get into Disneyland if you look at it like that for the entire year. Which is awesome and so crazy. Anyway, I know that this is a little bit different of a video for my channel, but I really like kind of knowing if the Disney annual passes are a value. Specifically for me, it was a Premier because we go to Disneyland often enough where the Disneyland annual passes make so much sense for us. But I was hoping to share this information with you guys so you guys could have like real numbers of a real life example on how much you could save if your situation is similar to us. And hopefully if your situation is not similar to my husband and I, you could still get some information to be helpful for you for planning your next Disney vacation. If you are going on a Disney vacation, please tell me about it down in the comments below. Or if you also have if you calculated how much you saved using an annual pass, I would love to see your numbers too to compare it, because that kind of math makes me feel excited and I love it. Yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button. I do have Disney videos sprinkled in here and there because, like I said, we are annual pass holders. A lot of our video does focus on trying to get into a healthier lifestyle, which is what my husband and I are doing, and just life as a married couple. So we would love to have you. And if you like this video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.